It's your boy Carcino here. What's up with it? Well, let's get to it. It's been morning for me. I wake up and get to the grind immediately. So, once again, it's on. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I ain't forget the damn charger. Dealing with him, he made me forget the goddamn charger. I'ma really be pissed. Yep, time to get pissed. Got the goddamn charger. Dealing with him. Well, that's what happened in the game. Now, let's get to this. Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, is under fire. And like I said, there are a lot of people in the game who don't understand what's happening. Oh, I done got rid of my Diddy coats. The Diddy coats are leaving. Well, everybody knew this was going to happen. I told you, when the blood's in the water, the sharks are going to come. Now, Diddy's former head of security, who go by the name of Roger Bond, is out here Well, here's the thing. Roger Bond is the former head of security, and he was named in the Cassie lawsuit that was like, what, 30-something pages? So when you got like 30-something pages of entertainment news, because each page is just crazier than what they all put out and release to the public, it gets even crazier when you look at it. Some of the claims are absolute BS garbage, but the other claims is like, okay, there was the time of abuse.
Move to the right in 1 mile and then immediately keep left.
And as she indicates a lot, that the situations was helped by, completely, extremely helped by the situations that Roger jumped in and intervened.
Please
a lot of times,
right onto
I-90
east
when,
toward Chicago,
when he
and
was
then
doing
immediately keep left.
Violence to her, or hitting her upside her head, or going upside her head, or whatever, allegedly, like really knocking her out. Now, Diddy's lawyer has been working like around the clock, trying to put out fires legally with what he can. So
now
this
keep
guy
right and
goes
then
live
immediately keep left.
and on Instagram and start putting up information that he is not allowed to put up. Period. I mean, that's why it got taken down.
Please keep left onto I-90 east toward Chicago. Now keep left.
I know which way I'm going. Going to Chicago, baby. So now, once this is hit and everybody sees that,
you will reach a toll booth
and
in 3/4
I'm like,
of a mile.
okay, here we go with the situation. What Diddy did, what Diddy did was something totally off the reservoir. His lawyer had them take the IG account down because everybody started posting. And please, if you're a YouTuber and you happen to be here listening to me, stop posting them making the band footage. They will not only block your channel, you'll get a strike. Do not show any making of the band footage, okay? MTV ain't playing that. You know, like if you trying to show footage in there and from the show and all this stuff, don't. Now, Diddy's attorneys was
move to the left
definitely
in 1 mile.
on top of it when it came to dealing with the fallout of this situation. And I guess Mr. Roger Bond played some information that he shouldn't and said something he shouldn't. They didn't just take the live stream down.
Please keep left.
They took his account down. He lost his entire Instagram account. So they're not playing games. So I was trying to protect a lot of y'all by saying this.
Now keep left.
Well, there's some footage on Making the Band that allegedly shows Diddy throwing a chair.
Move to the right
And
in
Michael
1 mile.
and Michael Bivens is supposedly like the girl Jamie, whatever her name is, Lynn, saying that she was on Making the Band and claimed Diddy
Please
assaulted
take
her.
the next
He
exit
threw a chair at
81A
her,
on the right
and Michael
onto
Bivens was holding her while she was
IL-43.
assaulted. So all these women are gonna come up with these stories now. So now that you got all these women coming out with stories, they're all gonna be like, oh, okay, now you got this story out about this girl, and he got this one out with this one. So that the case.
Now exit right.
Oh, I knew Outlaw was coming. Outlaw, I knew he was guilty from the start. Outlaw, you have a jaded view.
Please turn right
Outlaw
in a
don't
quarter of a
believe
mile
in him
onto
doing
North
nothing
Harlem
good.
Avenue.
So, yeah, so if you know that situation to be what it is, then you already know the situation is bleak.
Now turn right.
So everybody who's in these situations don't really get it, you know? You can't just say everything and do everything that you want. You got to make sure that you're saying something accurate to where they don't come and sabotage your channel. Hit the like button, good people. Happy birthday, miss. Listen to that, Lativia J. Happy birthday to you. Sagittarius Queen. Today is my uncle's birthday. Oh no, we used to be Mario Tricosi. They got the training facility right there. You go to the university and they teach you how to do people's hair and all that. That's what that place is. No. Diddy probably be in there in a minute. He gonna need a job. They gonna be like, wasn't you formerly Diddy? Nah, Diddy's protected. He just gotta weather this storm. Storm ain't gonna go away in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, none of it. It's gonna take time. Now, the narratives, right? Why do the narratives change? People always say that. Well, the narratives don't change. Well, who was Roger? Why did Roger leave the company? Well, Roger claims he left the company because he was tired of protecting and defending, and he was just tired of Diddy. Even though he claimed it was his own health, he couldn't travel and make these trips because of his diabetes. He was losing weight. He's a diabetic. And from what I've been told, that's legit. But now they say he's using this opportunity because he's seen what's happening with Gene Deal, how he's getting popular off of stories and Gene Deal wasn't even around, and yet he's getting popular off of these stories and blowing up the Art of Dialogue page. So he getting his money on. So Roger like, I was around doing Ken Cassie. Like Gene Deal don't even know Cassie. Wasn't around any of it. They asking him for. They need to be talking to me. So, I stay out of all that. Now, Roger also claimed something about Diddy could at least done something for his son or whatever. He was going through some stuff and Diddy could have done something for his son or something. I don't really know the full details to that. But what I do know and I can speak on is I don't know how that's Diddy's responsibility, or how you even turn that to someone else's responsibility. Well, people use the internet to build their own platforms for something. Now they use Instagram. They use, like, a lot of these people are way more vast than me. Like, people think like I'm like this internet wizard. I'm like, where? I'm rarely on Instagram. I only go on Facebook to promote, like, talk to family. I don't promote anything on Facebook. On Twitter, I send a link to when I do my YouTube videos. Some of the times it pops up on there, and that's it. Like, other than that, I don't do pretty much anything extra. All right, I didn't have to get this crew, hire these people to inflate my numbers, to draw people in and all that. I'm like, I don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what I need to do. Well, you get these people that are, they say they one way and then they pop up and they're another way. You know? So it is what it is. But the New York Police Department is not finna to charge Puffy Combs for none of this stuff. From what they were putting out about and reporting about Puffy Combs and the situation, like with making the band, when they talking about the tantrum he threw, like most of that stuff is staged. You know, and like, oh, Diddy attacked me off this camera, off the scenes, and they're trying to use one of Diddy's blow-ups to make it look like he's violent, because of course it gives them attention. So everybody wants to try to get some money now because he settled, but he ain't gonna settle with everybody. He was with this girl for over 15 some years. You know, he gonna settle with her. He'll fight y'all. So I'm trying to tell people, man, just because now everybody's digging out, they coming out like the Thriller video, coming out the dirt. Diddy kicked me one time, man. I was in the line, man. He kicked me in the butt. And talking about Kimora Lee, man, y'all just don't, y'all have no idea. no idea the amount of things that were going on with them. Y'all have no idea. Zero, zilch to what was really going on. Kimora Lee and Diddy, they were tight. Only because of Kim. They were all, but how did they get like that? Kim and Kimora Lee are models. Diddy and Kim, like he blamed Kimora for trying to get into Kim's head every time Kim comes up with an idea, because Russ don't have control of his situation, and Diddy had control over his situation. Now Russell Simmons and Will Smith and Jada and all those people, they were more inclined to hang out more than Diddy and Russell Simmons. Diddy hung around people like Lee Daniels. And when they're up there in Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Diddy, when they're out there in the Hamptons. Mark Curry is another disgruntled former employee who is broke, and when they get broke, they do what they do. Now, from what I know, I'm trying to think of anything that Diddy might have done to him, and I can't think of anything right now. Yes, so Roger Bonds left for health reasons. That's what I know. He didn't leave because he couldn't take all of this. Now he's saying, the real reason I left, now we get into the real reason I left. The real reason I left was because of all this, the harm you was doing. And it was plenty of women and plenty of times I had to jump in front and stop something. To me, you're being a scumbag right now. If you did do that, if you did jump in and help and protect her, as she stated you've done before in the past, when Diddy was doing that, that's your job. You're head of security. That's your job. If somebody's having a spat or a fight or whatever, to jump in it and break it up, that's what you're supposed to do. You're head of security. You ain't the assistant. You ain't the DJ. That's your job. So your job is not to go on the internet and start talking about all his business that went down when you were hired to do a job, and then you left the job for health reasons. At any of those times when all these things was happening, you stayed. Said, I needed an excuse to get out of there. Who was saying you couldn't leave? You're head of security. You're the head of security. That is your job. You're in charge. So my thing is, dog, why the head of security can't leave? Since when? That's news to me. I've never seen a head of security that can't go nowhere. Diddy got the head of security scared? Damn. Bro, you couldn't walk away from a job. There's no way you walk away from the money unless you can no longer do the job. Because when all that stuff was going on, you stayed. Then it got to the point where he wants you to travel out of the country and go here, there, and there, and you can't do it no more. Because you're a diabetic and your condition was worsening. And it got to a point, it got uncontrollable. Now, here's the thing. Drake don't do these shows. He don't really sit down and interview with anybody. Breakfast Club, he did Hot 97 once. And they flipped on him. He felt like, oh, I don't need none of these platforms. So he don't go on these platforms when he have a release. He just drops his album. He really stopped doing these interviews and sit down because he realized he doesn't need them anymore. They need him. Now, any other artist who would do something like that, they would have to have power.
To turn left.
So if you got, like, let's say Jay-Z, right? So if Jay-Z is there, that would be a whole different look than what it is now. If Jay-Z was there, Jay-Z can get away with that. They wouldn't take Jay-Z songs off the radio. He cannot do an interview, and that's that. When Jay was on the Breakfast Club, that was a sign Jay was falling off at that time. He was struggling.
Please turn left.
And when I mean struggling, I mean
onto West North Avenue.
He needed this album to sell. Yeah, Jay needed that album to sell so bad that they tried to forge the numbers by making the album. They forged the numbers by start selling the album on a release launch on. He did a deal with like AOL or something, or AT&T. So the first couple of people they sold, they got the CD early, whatever. If they got the AT&T, they was launching a new phone or whatever, or Samsung. It was a terrible launch because people was like, hey, I'm on there, they system sucks. I tried to get the thing, and the whole launch was screwed up. So the album stumbled coming out of the gate. Only a few people got it and got the phone to work or whatever. So that screwed up the launch. They had a concert come out to promote the album. That screwed up a launch. So Jay had to go do an interview cycle. He was on Big Boy. He did Big Boy interview. He sat down with the Breakfast Club. And I'm like, damn, that's when you know it was screwed up. That's how you knew he was at. Was that the Kingdom Come album? No, this one Kingdom Come. I think this was either Volume 3. I think it was Volume 3 time. It was like one of those albums that was coming out. No, because that's the only album that was released on that label. He signed a deal. He had just left Def Jam. He had to pay $20 million to get out of his Def Jam deal. He owed the company $20 million. So they had to buy him out of that deal. That's why for a while he couldn't even use his name, Jay-Z. That's why it was spelt different. The hyphen was gone. That's why when they tried to sue me, he got the hyphen back. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he had the hyphen back, because his name was Jayz for a while. Y'all didn't catch that, did you? The hyphen wasn't in there no more. So when they was trying to sue me over the Foxy Brown thing, when I had Surviving Jay-Z video, and I was showing all the chicks on there, and then the Foxy Brown thing hit, and they got mad at me, because I'm like, they was like, yeah, but you don't have any evidence that, you're just going off speculation. You can't say that and then put Jay-Z in there. I'm like, did you listen to the video? Foxy Brown said it herself in the video. She's rapping it. So you'll have to sue Foxy Brown. And then they realize, oh, well, we can't get him on that. So then Jay-Z's lawyers come back again and was like, well, you can't use the hyphen. You can't put Jay-Z in the hyphen. Now you're affecting his trademark. I'm like, oh, he got the hyphen back? I didn't know that. I did not know he had the hyphen back. What rumor? Now, so I could take the hyphen out. So if I put Jay-Z, I put J space Z. That's it. You can't use the hyphen. If you put the hyphen in there, now you risking the lawsuit. So you don't want to do that. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm right by my uncle's house.
Prepare to turn right.
I'm like, I'm right by my uncle's house. My uncle lived right down the street. That's crazy. The majority of the general public, they don't know what the heck going on. They what they do is they sit there and come up with different ways to react to what they see on television. They don't understand. They don't see the outliers of saying, "Oh, Jay-Z's on the Breakfast Club." Like, they just see Jay-Z on the Breakfast Club. To anybody who know better, oh, somebody's doing bad.
Please turn right in a quarter of a mile onto North Austin Boulevard.
You're not gonna see Beyonce on the Breakfast Club ever. If Beyonce do the Breakfast Club, she's struggling. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else be, oh, they finna get Beyonce on the Breakfast Club. If Beyonce is on the Breakfast Club,
now turn right.
That is a bad sign of things are going wrong. That's what I'm saying. Now, I've already shown y'all the lawyer's letter and everything to me with Jay-Z's people. They sent all of this towards me.
Prepare to
over
turn
surviving
left.
Jay-Z. And I'm like, well, damn, if this is what we doing, then hell, what it do? Oh, there's so much going on, man. It don't even make
Please
sense.
turn left
I
in
was sitting there
500 feet
and I said,
onto
well,
West
if this is
Division
what we
Street.
gonna do,
Then you will have reached
and
your
I said,
destination. Now turn left.
well, if this is what we're gonna do, then we are
You will reach your
absolutely
destination
tripping.
in 400 feet.
And I was like, okay, if this is what we're going to do,
The destination is on the right.
yep. Damn, this is right by my uncle's house. This is crazy. My uncle lived right around the corner. Nah, most people don't even go that route. When they start thinking about the best, no, please, come on. Really? When Jay was on that Breakfast Club, that's how I knew he was struggling. This is back when Birdman was saying Lil Wayne got more money than Jay-Z. And Jay was like, is he tripping? If he really want to see it, if he pay $1 million, I'll show it to him. Right. Celebrities don't do nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see my account, you got to pay for it. You're going to have to run the money, and I'll show it to you. So he's like, if they want to see the numbers, it's crazy. They would have never been able to ask Jay no stuff like that. They would have never been able to do that. At no time would they been allowed to ask Jay about having Charlamagne fired, none of that. Man, you think that lets you know Jay didn't have the control no more that he used to have. He ain't had a pull like that. That had never been allowed. I was just at his house. So, oh no, at that time, Jay was struggling, but he came out of it. Jay had just signed a 360 deal. So he had to do whatever he can to get out there and sell. Yeah, Jay signed a 360 deal at that time. So, for Jay, what's up?
What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Good.
There goes Nate right there.
Okay. What's going on? I'm all right. Yeah, I'm back in town. My uncle lived like right around the corner. Yeah, I was like, I'm driving. I'm like, wait a minute. I just passed Uncle crib. Oh man. I'm about to break them with my arm. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself injured in here. All right, y'all. I'm in the boxing gym. Hey, I was gonna fight Gilbert Arenas. If he'd have came through with the money, he'd have got himself hurt. Yeah, he wanted to do celebrity fight. I'm like, come on. He was like, oh no, I don't want you to get no money. I want winner take all. I was like, man, he was just talking. He didn't want to get in the ring. I told him he was supposed to get the Watson sons. He's talking about they were gonna set it up. He's like, I'll set it up. I'll do it. I'm like, man, so you set that up, boy. You in trouble. Gil just, he's Gilbert Arenas. You know how he is. So.
He crazy.
Yeah, he think he crazy. He wasn't that crazy. He wasn't finna get in the ring.
You want that boy crazy?
Nah, he wasn't that crazy. I like, boy, if I had 3-4 weeks, 3-4 week camp for you.
How tall is he?
He about 6, maybe 6'3". Maybe that. But he don't know the first thing about no fight. He think because he go in the ring and spot somebody, like, I'm in the ring training. I'm like, man, you gonna get hurt.
What we doing today?
So I talked to Carcino last night about the vision you had